Hey, what is up guys, this is Cobb and welcome to breaking down a 2K MMR game here between, I'm just going to call them blue because these numbers are just, oh god, going up against Mr. Alexander. Aerial Specialist versus Giant Specialist. So, yeah, two of the most popular specialists you see all the time, by the way, at high MMRs. I feel like Aerial and Giant, particularly Giant, is hugely popular at the high MMRs. Blue opening up with aggressive fang placement, aggressive ball placement. I wonder if these balls here are on the cards to just be sold off next turn. Either way, man, check out this formation from Alexander, dude. Crapload of chaff, vertical position sledgehammers, such that these steel balls are very likely to latch one sledgehammer at a time and really take a long time to burn their way through those. It's also very centralized formation from Alexander on red, such that if an aggro opener like this does happen, there's at least a decent chance that your army will kind of shuffle over and get to collectively deal with it, which actually just doesn't happen in this case. Sledgies and Fangs is going for the building kill. Need to get the building kill pretty quickly. Oh my god, look at how quickly the game speeds up now, by the way. Oh my goodness. That's such a good change, man, from the developers. I really appreciate all the little quality of life changes that they've been making recently. It's good times. Particularly the extremely fast nerfs to Assault Mode Scorpion, by the way. Assault Scorpion was completely out of control. So it's nice to see it get really nerfed into the ground and just like rethought a little bit. Okay, Enhancement Module comes off from Alexander. Yeah, we've got to assume it's going to be the same thing for Blue as well. It's just extremely powerful stuff. Blue going straight into Stormcallers here. Ooh, that's going to be a gnarly shot from these Stormcallers, man. Even if it misses the Fangs, it will clip probably the front two Sledgehammers as well. And you know what, man? This is a pretty smart placement of Fangs here, by the way, from Blue. Rather than going like full aggro on one side. Guys, I was wondering, okay, why didn't these units come over this side and get like aggroed onto these Fangs? But they're aggroing onto these Fangs, then by the time they've killed those, they're closer to the building than these guys. Because these guys are heading in, you know? And so, yeah, it's good stuff. Normally, if you place a very central formation like this, then your units will react to whatever side your opponent is pushing in on. But these little bunch of Fangs here are really throwing a spanner in the works. And isolating this half of the army and just forcing them to go building. Which is good and bad, but anyways. Just thought that was interesting. Anyways, yeah, I totally missed what the hell happened in the deployment phase. We had some kind of flank action going on from Blue. The flank is well covered, however, by these Fangs, but once again, with the building going down, are they going to be able to get the building kill here quickly enough before these level 2 crawlers come rushing in? Oh my god, they actually get the kill. Oh my god. Okay. Not going to plan here for Blue. Now, this is the upside of playing either Giant Specialist or Aerial Specialist. It feels like you get this opportunity early on to switch gears very quickly, very smoothly. Both players actually going heavy armor. They get slammed right away on these steel balls, and wow, look at that, man. Alexander going straight into the Overlord here. Just still have the enhancement module available. No uses for that just yet. Probably waiting to get level 2 on some of the sledgehammers. But look at this, man. Crap load of Stormcallers coming out, actually. With 150 supply left, probably just not equipped to deal with this Overlord right now. I'm a little bit surprised, honestly, that Blue didn't himself go into some Stormcallers here. Sorry, into an Overlord here. As he does get the free unlock, obviously on aerial units, but right now just doubling up on Chaff and the Stormies. Really slowing things down with the extra crawlers on this side, but I don't know that he's got an answer to this Overlord action, man. What's he got? This one pack of Fangs and another, okay, a pack of Fangs that are now just smoking ruins, smoking rubble over here. And so it's all up to this little pod of Fangs here to take out this big nerd. Okay, fair enough. Okay, well, there was a few left alive just there. Not anymore. And yeah, it's probably just not going to be enough firepower, man. Okay. So red with a real stranglehold on this game, man. This is always really awkward, right? When you're the aggro player like this, and you got the steel balls on the field, and you think, alright bro, I'm just going to rush down these buildings, win the first couple of rounds nice and easy, start snowballing the value from there, get value from the enhancement module and selling and stuff. Wonder if blue will just be selling off the steel balls now. Enhancement module goes on them, so I gotta assume that the cell is gonna come out here. There it is. I believe there was an upgrade on the fangs here for red, and then he went ahead and sold them. Replaced the enhancement module on the sledgy, so they both got enhancement module value ticking now. That's both players. I'm really curious to see more particularly what blue is going to spend on here. Wow, actually going into the Wraith. Okay, I mean, you just get free upgrade on that as well. And you know what? The Wraith just deal with a lot of the chaff very succinctly on the ground. Might even win him the round over here, going straight into range, which I was about to say. Overlord does outrange the Wraiths quite significantly by default. And so the Overlord can just kind of snipe the Wraiths out of the sky, take them down very quickly. If you're not careful. I don't think it quite kills them in one shot, unless it's a perfect shot. But it does deal with them quite well, so yeah, going into the range of the Wraiths does feel necessary, you know? If your opponent's already got the Overlord on the field, and you're going to answer with Wraiths to kill off all of the chaff and ground units, you better go into range, man. Otherwise you're going to really struggle to compete with the Overlord. But I think that this Wraith over here is going to be the biggest difference maker, realistically now. Able to kill off all of these leveled crawlers as well. That's just a lot of XP coming in. Killing all those Neds off. It'll probably get level 2 off killing these sledgies and the building. But will it get it quickly enough? Because you know what? The chaff battle is still really close here on the ground with a slight edge towards red. The sledgehammer is just a little tanky. This thing has got to kill this building like right now, bro. Here comes the shots. Oi. It gets sniped out of the air just before the building goes down. Oh my god. Okay, I think that he still actually takes this round though. Oh, does he? No, he doesn't. Of course, man, the heavy armor on the Overlord makes it tanky enough that it survives a couple of salvos from the old UFO on the right side there. And this is just gnarly. This is just painful, man. We're going to get more and more enhancement module action coming down here. Oh, wow. I guess we're going to see the cell on this Wraith. I wonder if it'll be repurchased or are we going to course correct here a little bit. There's still just a big chaff problem over here now, man. So I can't see blue not repurchasing the Wraith. Maybe Wraith plus Phoenix? I don't know. Then that's kind of like your whole turn, though. So both players cashed in like crazy on the enhancement module upgrade plus cell combo. Given stupid amount of free supply every single turn. Alright, dude. A little bit of an awkward position with these steel balls, to be honest. Given that they've got the heavy armor on them, they cannot receive the enhancement module. We actually see the enhancement module upgrade come out on this Wraith here, so maybe the Wraiths are not going to be a permanent fixture in this. With no sign of them being repurchased just yet from blue. Curious to see what he does with this then, because the chaff battle has a real problem. And the Wraith wasn't even quite enough to turn the chaff battle in his favor on this left side. Get the melting points coming out with range versus the stangs coming out with range. But blue still has 750 supply left to roll out here. More stangs, more range. Stang Stormcaller combo we're going into here. Which, you know what, is pretty tight. I like it. This is a classic, man. I feel like this was really good quite a while back. The mobile beacon. Okay. Let's see. So the stangs will also serve as chaff to distract the melting point as long as the Overlord doesn't just deal with them too quickly. Which is a big deal because we're really relying on the Stormcallers now to kill off the melting points against red. But this Overlord is a huge problem, man, because these stangs are going to get target locked on this now. And they're just going to stand there and try and PvE this thing. And even with the building dead, this thing is still it's a big boy, man. It's a meatball. And so it's just going to take a while to get it dead. Ooh, but look how decisively the wind goes down on the right side, man. Not only do they get the building, but like most of the force actually survives over here. I'll confess, I wasn't paying any attention to that at all. And would you look at that? We actually get a turnaround round for Sir Blue. Still, that Overlord's a little bit scary. It feels like there's no concrete answer to that just yet. Wow, Alexander going for the orbital bombard. Right, alright. Now, how does Alexander answer this? The flanks are quite open, to be honest. I wonder if we'll see any flank maneuvers come out from blue at this stage. Wow, more steel balls. Wow, a lot more steel balls. Yeah, I was going to say, you got this many steel balls, you have to go into mech division. It's just too much. It's just too much value at that point. Gets one of those techs that gets very, very exponentially better. The more nuts you have on the field. Any of these going to be flanking? Any shenanigans? Nah, they're all pretty aggressive. There's no room to flank, really, with these strong-ass backline crawlers. Where did Alexander's cash go? Incendiary bomb and replicate? But what else did he spend, man? Hell if I know. Okay. Let's see if these balls are going to be enough, man. These replicating crawlers might be a little bit of an issue. Very interesting choice to go into Incendiary Bomb on your Stormcallers and then go into Replicate in the same round. Gotta be a little bit concerned that that fire might end up just killing off some of your own guys. Ha! Look at the retreating crawlers over here, dude. Oh, no, never mind. That's the steel balls, right? No, it's not. It's the Reds crawlers that are being made to run back. Love it. Oh my god. Okay, the orbital bombard was absolutely devastating over here now. Fire in the ground, obliterating the chaff over here. So even though building dies, there is a chunk of red units that are going to be left alive. This melting point needs to turn around right now and start dealing with these steel balls. The fire in the ground helps, but only if the crawlers are actually getting tanked by that, and right now they're not. Building will fall. Oh my god, dude. Can Red actually hold this? Yes, he can. He can. Huge. I mean, very, very close, really. Both giant units drop into half. But it's just about going to work out. Okay. Tech specialist, I wonder. Electromag is fine. It's fine, I guess. Okay. Blue going into his own melting point with plus range now. I think that's smart. Right now it feels like he is actually... Ooh. Yeah, the Vulcan's a really, really good shout. I was going to say, it feels like blue is honestly just about out-chaffing red at this stage. And so the double Vulcan, just to make sure that red is consistently getting back to winning. Like, the only reason that red kind of won the chaff battle last round is because of orbital bombard, and it hit some like amazing bombard hits. But even then, it was still really tight, and there was still some chaff left alive, you know, for that narrow win. The Vulcans should actually shore that up a little bit, but with these being level 2 steel balls, I don't know, dude. Is this actually going to be enough? I wouldn't be opposed right now to high explosive ammo, by the way, on the Stangs, if I were blue. I think that could be pretty tight. Just deal with all of the crawlers, get them all out of the way and off the field very, very quickly. You're also not relying on the Stangs to kill off the Overlord anymore, because you have the melting point, right? So I wonder if that might have been the correct call, but let's see how it pans out, man. It feels to me like these steel balls might be a bit of a problem, with red mainly relying on this Overlord right here to take these guys out. But look at the melting point. It's actually latched, dude, through everything very, very quickly. And that might actually spell an absurd amount of incoming damage for blue here, dude, because the chaff is alive and well. And the building drops. And oh my god. Oh wow. Look at that, dude. The distraction crawlers from red that were backpedaled from the middle, actually buying a bit of time as the building drops, but even still, even with that, with the melting point on the field, it's still going to be a dub for blue. I love how we played that, man. Dude, that melting point positioning was so good, man. That was so good. It latched so perfectly, actually. And so early, man. Much earlier than I thought it would. Okay, senior attack coming out for both. We're getting upgrades all around. Tight stuff. We're actually seeing a level 3 pack of steel bolts come out here now. Going into plus range, plus speed. Blue is just APMing out of his mind right now. Going into more Stangs. Where did they go? I guess they were put over here, maybe on the right side. More here in the middle. And another melting point comes out. Alright. Not enough supply for crawler production anymore, which I thought might go down, but wasn't to be. So the fire in the ground here from the oil could prove to be absolutely enormously massive. It's funny enough, it's just one Stormcaller that's actually going to be shooting down this way, but that'll be enough, man, to ignite this oil, probably. Unless it shoots directly into barrier. And so Red's going to have pretty enormous Chefclay over here now. On this occasion. Red also going to yet another Vulcan. I wonder if we'll see our Scorching Flames come out on these Vulcan, to be honest, because they just didn't really have what it takes to deal with the Steel Balls. Last round? Where's that Vulcan gone? Oh my god, okay, there it's gone. Found it. Okay, so Red actually opting into Launcher Overload on a second Overlord to help deal with the chaff, which I believe is what that Launcher Overload is for. It's not going to get anywhere close to the melting points, but maybe that just won't matter. And I can't really watch everything at once here, so I just kind of want to see how these Steel Balls do to begin with. I tell you what, the Launcher Overload is actually way smarter. Right, because it actually gives the Overlords a really, really good shot at doing exactly this, killing off the Steel Balls very, very quickly. But oi oi oi, oh no, the flank is actually dealt with over here though. Maybe it's not gonna matter, maybe it's actually huge. Melting Point here is connecting, ooh. Melting Point's gonna trade blows here, but I guess the level 1 guy will drop first. Not gonna matter though, it's just too many crawlers here, man. This Melting Point is gonna get CC'd for a long time. Missile Salvo will kill some, but not all of the crawlers. And so it's wasting a lot of time here. And this is coming down to Melting Point versus Melting Point. Yeah. And Blue's latches first. Dude, this is a hell of a battle, dude. Oh my god. This is real tight. Okay, man. Ooh, redeployment. And redeployment. Okay, who's getting redeployed? This guy in the flank, maybe? Gonna get redeployed? For Red? Perhaps, maybe. Look at the supply, man. Blue had 2,300 there. Okay, mass melting points. Maybe even crawler production could come out here as well, I wonder. Looks like this Vulcan either got sold or redeployed. I guess it got redeployed. Oh, it got redeployed to this flank. Ooh. Alexander the Great coming up with some sneaky strategies here. But alright, man. Not enough supply left on Blue to go for the crawler overload as well. Oh, sorry, crawler production as well. On these melting points. But the EMP is going to be enormous. I wonder if Red's also going to go to the same thing here, honestly. Or will he go into crawler prod? I kind of want Red to go to crawler production here. Then we have like a huge showdown. Between differently teched melting points. Ah, it's not going to happen. He's spent too much. That would have been cool. But alright, man, I gotta tell you, I gotta give it to Blue in this one, dude. I think that the Electromag is gonna make a huge difference. Mostly just killing the range on the enemy melting points, and more importantly even, the Vulcans. But let's see, dude. I still do wonder if high explosive ammo here might not have been worth it. Because it's all the Stangs are really doing, right? It's just killing small guys. Maybe it just wouldn't make that much of a difference. Maybe they're doing a fine job as is. But down goes the Overlord again. Second Overlord lashed as well. It's also going to drop. The second big EMP wave is coming out in a couple of seconds. Here it comes. Brrr. With that, the range of everything gets nerfed. Ooh. One melting point drops here, but it ain't gonna matter, man. Building drops. Two big chunguses over here. This guy fit to get Wall of the Worlds like crazy. Range gets nerfed. And would you look at that, dude? Oh! What? How did it... Dude, how did this happen? How did it... What damaged it to like 30%? Okay, it's not over then. It's not over, man. Oh my god. Okay. What can Red do now to pull this back, man? Mass check melting points, maybe? That's gotta be it. He's at least gotta match the electromagnetic barrage now. One would think. One would think he's got to. Oh my god, just more oh my god, there's so many melting points, bro. Now here comes the crawler tech as well. Yeah, you gotta think that Red, he's gotta react in kind. He just has to. He just has to, man. Crawler production at an absolute minimum. But alright, man. Huge upgrades coming down. Oi, oi, oi. Only 400 supply left to spend as blue here. He's got every possible building tech upgrade, pretty much. Rolling for this round. Okay. Red opting into the old EMP. Plus range is huge. Oh man. I don't know if red has the supply to stop this now. I don't know, dude. He's borrowed cash, which tells me that he's probably going to hit the crawler production button. Oh no, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not actually. He's only got 3 melting points, so it's not that worth it to get crawler production as red. He spent a lot of his supply on other things, upgrades and the like. So it ends up going into Incendiary instead. Okay, so I guess he's preempting the swarm right now. And he's just going to do the best he possibly can to carpet the battlefield in flames. And so here it comes. Fire goes down everywhere, and it really, really has to as well. I think it's a really good shout, by the way. I didn't even consider that, but I think it's a really, really good call. It's the only way he can really consistently, here comes more fire in the ground. Just needs to keep as much of the battlefield carpeted in fire as possible to negate the fact that the enemy melting points are spewing crawlers. But there's just so many melting points, dude. EMP connects on this Vulcan. This guy might get off another salvo. He does. Which is a big deal. Melting points trading blows. They're just being out melting pointed right now, dude. There's just too many numbers. And wow, man. What a comeback for blue, dude. That was huge. That was a huge comeback. Dude, what the hell? This looks like one of my games, man. Just a swarm of melting points, you know? And alright, let's check out another one, man. In this one, actually, Mr. 0x73, the guy who was blue last game, is now playing as red. And when you look at this, man, very, very similar opening formation from this absolute Chad, man. So let's see how this one pans out. He's playing Aerial Specialist. Actually, he's playing Aerial Specialist again, I should say, in this one. And again, with the aggressive Steel Ball opener, man. So, let's see how this one pans out, dude. He's going up against Mr. Wom, who is playing as Supply Specialist. Just good old vanilla Supply Special. Yeah. Arclights, Stormies, blah, blah, blah. Little bit risky to have them so spread out, I feel like it's better just tuck things in a little bit when you're not sure what side the aggro steel balls might start on. Would you look at that? These guys for some reason aggroing here instead of going for the building, which, I don't know, dude. Unit aggro, like, and then you got a Stormcaller here that's just like, well, I'll go take care of this then. Like, unit aggro works really strangely sometimes in this game, I feel, but there you go. Either way, man. Arclights, Stormcallers, just do a pretty damn good job of shutting down this early aggro. I do wonder if these Stormcallers on the left might end up getting sold. See how this pans out. Round 2. Oh wow, Assault Fang picked up instantly by Mr. Hwom. Wonder if Rhino Assault might come out for red, given that he has the aggressive opener. Tends to be something that you see. Photon coding, not terrible, but okay, actually going into deployment module. I wonder where that's gonna go. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's bold from blue, dude. That's real bold. Straight into charge shot, dude. Okay, well, where are these guys gonna get moved, man? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh. Already. Those guys are not going to last very long, man. Okay, yeah, so the plus attack on the Arclights, I feel, is there to solely deal with the steel balls, right? It lets you chew through the steel balls very, very quickly. The disadvantage, though, of doing this is that, well, you don't get any extra units on the field, which is quite valuable early on. Oh, the steel balls actually got moved from here in the end, huh? Yeah, they just got backed up by some crawlers here. I do feel like you're showing your hand a little bit as well, though, right? When you do a move like this, when you invest so early in attack damage check like this in your Arclights, you're kind of telling your opponent, hey, these Arclights need to be dealt with. Because if you don't deal with them and they get some levels, they're going to be killing your giant units in a few turns, you know? So you're going to be kind of careful with that, man, I feel. These super early tech upgrades like this. That said, blue is running anti-aircraft ammunition on his Archies. And 2+ range techs as well. So I do wonder if he just doesn't care. If this is just a Giga Chad play and he's saying, you know what, Red? Come at, I can see your aerial specialist. I don't give a damn. Come at me, you know, let's see what you've got to actually counter these guys. Now, I do think that Red having the Stormcallers helps out quite a bit. Stormcallers are like one of my favorite options, honestly, for dealing with Arclights. They tend to do a pretty good job against him, I feel. So let's see, man. Ooh. Red once again going into the early Wraith. Noticing that Mr. 0x361 does like to do this, man. He likes his early Wraiths. Just a crap load more Arkies coming out, man. Oh my god. I really like this as well. You have like Arclights that are further back. Again, I feel like this is another sure sign that your opponent is looking to go into, oh god, he's actually got this flank covered as well with that. That's so gnarly. But when your opponent has like a very staggered formation, like scattered formation of Arkies, tends to make them much, much harder to counter. Because then they're all attacking from slightly different ranges, they're not grouped up. Like, they're not there to strategically deal with chaff, right? They're there to do stupid, ridiculous amounts of damage and skill later on into the game. Or at least that's what they're threatening to do, you know? So maybe we've just got a full-on carry Arclight game in our hands here. Alright, man. Actually dealing with these level 2 steel balls. I mean, the Wraith is having a field day over here. Because obviously there is as yet no anti-air options, so down goes the Arky. Oh god, there's one Stormcaller left. Not anymore. Alright, Blue, watch your anti-air, man. Because it's quite early to go into anti-aircraft Arclights, and their range is so bad that Wraith might just kill them anyway. He goes for the skip. Okay, dude. But he actually just goes for it, man. Straight into anti-aircraft ammunition, and he's just gonna trust in the Arclights here. Jeez. He's really, really just trusting in the Arclights. Holy crap, dude. Okay, man, he just doesn't give a damn. He just doesn't care, dude. He just doesn't care. I think a skip came out from Red there as well. Neither player convinced by those unit card options. More Stormcallers coming out for Red. Stormcallers is a good option. Okay, so the Wraiths by default have 65 meter range. So they are slightly outranged by the Arclights. Damn, the Arkies might just take these Wraiths out, man. Maybe not the level 2 Wraith, but certainly this level 1 Wraith. Might just be in a fair bit of trouble. Yeah, my two favorite go-to counters for carry Arkies are Phoenixes and Stormcallers. But Mr. Red not seeming to be a fan. Okay, the trades are happening. Ooh. Yeah, the Wraiths are just able to kind of buzzsaw through these guys quite quickly. Alright, man, I thought that maybe one of the Wraiths might get to struggle a little bit. It looks like the chaff is just going to win out, distract the Arclights enough that the Wraiths don't really get threatened that hard. Alright, man. The gamble of the Arkies is not paying off currently. Senior attack specialist. Okay, now we get the plus range on the Arkies. This is where Arclights start to get real scary though, dude. Because you know this is coming as well, man. So how's Red planning on countering this, man? That's more Stormcallers coming out. Which again, I do like. I feel like Stormies, like I said, Stormies, Phoenixes, I feel tend to be the better counters to Arkies. Just because they outrange them. And they're just pretty good at like killing these medium-sized units. Very, very quickly. From an effective range. These Stormies quite close, man. There's actually no Stormcaller range tech selected, available. For Red. Okay. A little bit of building health upgrade coming up for Red as well there, dude. Alright, man. Well, let's see if this is enough now. Look at that, man. The Stormcaller just sniping that guy way before it gets a chance to connect. This is a level 2 and a level 3 Wraith now at this point. Oi, 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 oi. And so even with the plus range, the Arkies just kind of struggling to find time and space to actually connect on these Wraiths. And even though they're doing so now, the buildings get sniped. Oi, 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 Blue. And the thing is, you can't just spam chaff against these wraiths, because the wraiths are just excellent at killing off chaff, right? So it's not a matter of like buying time via chaff. I wonder if like flanks here, it is on the cards. Subterranean Blitz. Okay. Staggering the chaff, man. Staggering the chaff. He's gonna try it, man. He's gonna try it. My main concern is that, yeah, like I say, it's real hard to kind of out-chaff your opponent once they have wraiths established like this. And just more wraiths coming out as well as from red too. Yeah, the wraiths are just so good, man, at like split firing and bringing down stupid amounts of crawlers very, very quickly. So I gotta wonder, man, if maybe flanks might not have been the play here. I mean, you have upgraded acolytes too. Like, I just wonder, like, an acolyte here, even. Acolyte crawlers, like, on the backline or something, you know? Might not have been decent. These crawlers here are actually going to do a lot of work, though. I mean, they're going to get sniped down quite quickly by this wraith, which blue doesn't know is here. Obviously, and I didn't realize it was here until just now, but... Okay, so they would have done a lot of work if this wraith wasn't here. But as such, they're going to get kind of eradicated very, very quickly, so they're not going to buy half as much time as they otherwise could have. And oi, I mean, look, yeah, you got extra crawlers come in, they buy an extra, like, 2 or 3 seconds. Before the wraiths get to connect, we get one of them low, one of them does drop. So, you know, the acolytes are doing a bit of something. They are getting to the point now where they're actually getting a few shots off. Still not quite going to be enough, though. They are getting quite deadly, though. They're getting there, man. Does he have time? Oh, he doesn't have time. Oh, my God. I tell you what, dude, next round could have actually maybe been the turning point. Just like elite recruiting 3 more Archies. That just like could have been it, man. I appreciate the ballsy play here, man, but dude, aerial specialist just feeling pretty tight, man. I guess this is what happens if you don't have what it takes to handle the wraiths early on. Oh, man. Anyways, man, fun games to watch. This is a cool player to watch, man. I'd say I'd try and remember his name, but it's just a huge combination of numbers, and it's not the first player I've seen that just has a huge combination of numbers as their name, so it might be kind of tough, man, to remember this guy, but aerial specialist. He's been really flexing with this, man, in both these games, to be honest. Good stuff. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all did enjoy these happy little game reviews. Some aerial specialist action in each of them. And, yeah, if you did, make sure to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch all of you all a tad bit later, man.